Oh man, we're pulling the petroglyph DNA straight into Conan Unconquered.
Oh, they're coming in from the north.
Well, there's a wall there.
Yeah, but the wall is going down.
We're under attack.
We got big problems. You want to pause?
Get out over there.
I am over
You know,
here.
it's tough. It's a really, really hard game. I mean, that's why we call it a survival RTS.
Oh boy, they're coming around there too.
Now I'm panicking. Okay.
Everybody calm down.
You know what's coming, you know when it's coming, and you're preparing for the attack. You have to have your stronghold and your headquarters survive.
No! Oh, they're up top. Oh, I hate these fire guys. Attack wave defeated.
Got it.
The wave system starts small. The first wave, you can just take Conan over there and he can easily take them out. As things progress, you will be introduced to more and more elements,
So you might have some guys come in with fire archers that come in and light your base on fire.
which you will have to fight with your own units.
We love the fire in Conan Unconquered because it's just like, it's a creature in and of itself.
You might have guys come in and poison your food supplies. You know, you might have guys come in and are stealing your gold.
Disease is a big problem, so if you have a big battle in front of your walls, corpses will pile up on the ground, and corpses make disease. You have to be careful to deal with those things all the while the other enemies are beating on your gates trying to get in.
So while you're fending off against these waves, you're researching new technologies.
Each research building has 8 to 10 research choices, all of which are pretty important.
You can follow down a particular research path where eventually you can unlock an avatar of Materiał, which is this giant avatar that towers over the battlefield.
It's so fun to watch when he walks. You know, every footstep you see 30 guys fall down and blow up and fall over.
However, you have to be careful because avatars don't really care too much about the puny humans that are walking underneath, so he will crush anything and everything that gets under his feet, including your own buildings. So you might want to move him outside the walls before you do that.
Also on top of that, we've got heroes.
We've got Conan, which is, of course, front and center. But we also have other heroes too, like Valeria and Calanthes, which offer different unique abilities and talents.
On top of that, you can take those heroes and go out and explore and defeat these guardians of these temples that are out in the world and gain new artifacts that give your heroes more power-ups.
Exploration in the game is a key element and something that you're going to need to do in order to get ahead.
Probably the most important thing when playing is where your resources are going to go.
It's all about gathering these resources. And it really kind of depends on where these resources are on your map.
You're not going to have infinite gold and infinite resources to play with, so each time you build something, whether it be a structure or a unit, you need to make sure that that's the right thing you needed to do at that time. And that's going to change from moment to moment and from wave to wave.
And so you're constantly having to stop and reprioritize based on the scenario of the battlefield and what's coming next. For me, I'm always pausing the game and reassessing. You know, a minute later, things can change drastically. Your plan goes out the window and you start working on a new plan.
You play it again and it's a totally different experience because we worked really hard on creating random maps.
The game fires up and then it randomly and procedurally generates your map. It picks out where your resources are going to be and where your choke points are and where the enemy spawn locations are. It randomly generates as the forces that you're going to be fighting against.
We have multiple unit types with specific behaviors that you'll have to deal with. We have cavalry units which will look for an opening in your walls. If you left one open, they will circle around and find it.
Necromancers can come in and convert the corpses into skeletons, so then you get skeletons running around.
And really giant snakes, so much so that they look over your walls and laugh at you. And then, of course, there are the enemy villains themselves, Thugur Khatan and Prince Kudaman.
As you progress through the game and do certain accomplishments, you'll unlock new feats.
We have feats that will like give bonuses to the heroes, for example. The feats can also make units more powerful. Infinite wave mode is unlocked with a feat.
So it's kind of a nice persistent thing. While you're playing through the whole game, you're slowly getting better at a meta level.